What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Our Brains Hurt. Thank you so much for streaming, downloading, however you get the podcast. We appreciate you. We love you. You keep tuning in. We'll keep putting out content. This week, we are talking to Sam King of Co-Defendants and Get Dead. They got a bunch of rad shows coming up. Co-Defendants are playing Punk Rock Bowling. Get Dead is playing Camp Pennsylvania this year. And in our area, Get Dead is playing at Morseburgers in Catonsville, Maryland on June 22nd. Get your tickets. They're playing with friends of the show, Over Our Eyes, and some other bands. It's going to be a rad show. Morseburgers, not a better way to see Get Dead than that. So if you're in this area, June 22nd, Get Dead, come out, hang out. No other news. So now, let's get to the show.
Well, they needed a jingle for their stupid little show, so they called up the Jasons and we said, fuck no. Then they called us again and they gave us $20 and we wrote them a song that said, your podcast sucks. Then they gave us more money and they asked us really nice and we finally gave in and we said, alright, I'll write you a song, but it's gonna be a clone of a Screeching Weasel song that we heard a while ago. So we wrote them a jingle and it sounded really rad. It was the best little jingle that their podcast ever had, but the file got corrupted and the email didn't work. Now they're stuck without a jingle singing our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. In a very non-copyright infringing sort of way.
What's going on, dude?
Not too much. Just hoping that having to do a podcast during an elimination game in the playoffs doesn't
I
get
know.
my Caps eliminated.
Wait, are they down? What's the series at?
They're down 3-1.
Oh, shit. The Knicks are up 3-2. They could have wrapped it up last night, but they decided to be the Knicks for an extra night. We got to get to Punk Rock Bowling one day, 1 year.
Yeah. Get like press passes or something.
Plus, one of the reasons I really want to go out to Punk Rock Bowling is to spend a couple nights with you and Oz in alien country.
Mhm.
We're gonna get abducted as a show. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
That's when we start a cult.
Yeah.
It's a thing that has to happen. We gotta stay the little alien.
Yeah, the alien. Yeah, that's right.
I wonder how many tourists they like actually get there, because I mean it's kind of infamous, you know.
It really is, but it's also tiny too. There's only like 4
Yeah.
rooms. So it
They
must be
can't
like full all the time.
I don't know. I don't think they
You don't
would
think
get
so?
that many
Probably not,
tourists.
because when I was looking at it, it was all rooms were available for like that whole month.
Yeah, and it's like in the middle of fucking nowhere.
It really
Like,
is, yeah.
legitimately.
Because it's far enough from Vegas that it's not convenient to be hanging out in Vegas
No, it's-
while staying there.
Yeah, and like, if we go to Vegas, like, I don't drink anymore. What the hell am I gonna do in Vegas?
Gamble, son. Get abducted.
You
You're gonna
lose-
get probed and gamble.
because I gotta go in search of my fairy bum father,
Yes, that's the mission.
Charles.
We're gonna
or
find him and
whatever
get him on the podcast.
Charles or whatever his name is. I mean, that dude was like in his 50s or 60s. So like that
When
was
was
like
that?
It was like 15 years ago. So dude might not be kicking anymore.
Yeah, I was thinking like I've been to Vegas a few times, but the last time I was there was 2011. I didn't realize it was that long ago. So it's been 14. I haven't been to Vegas in 14
Yeah.
years.
2010, same. I know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been a minute. Been a minute.
Because I got married at the end of 2010, and I was a groomsman in my friend's wedding in Vegas the next spring, which was 2011. And then my wife and I went out like a week early to do like kind of like our honeymoon type. That was when we did like horseback riding, and I was really, really heavy still at the time. And we fucking, I remember we were at did I tell you the story when we did the horseback riding through the desert?
No.
So we go horseback
Maybe.
riding.
Oh, maybe.
right?
I don't know.
Yeah. So we we're like, all right, we're going. I'm a groomsman in the wedding in Vegas. My wife and I didn't have a honeymoon, so we're like, all right, let's go to Vegas a few days before the wedding, kind of do some cool shit. It'll be kind of like our honeymoon, then we'll do the wedding and whatever, hang out. So my wife is like, all right, so she books this horseback ride through the desert. It's about 20 minutes outside of Vegas. So we get picked up by this van. They take us to this weird fucking it was a weird ranch. It was really bizarre, dude. But and then we had to wait. So they did this horseback ride through the desert, right? So I'm probably 320, 340 at that time, weight wise. And we get there and we're waiting and we're in like the second group. So our group is kind of they give us like a free breakfast and we're waiting and the first group goes and we go out. So we're in line for the horses. They pair everybody up with a horse and I see the sign. It was like 245-pound weight limit. I'm like, I'm too fat for a fucking horseback ride through the desert, dude. What the fuck am I? So I'm like freaking out. So I go up to the dude. I'm like, hey man, I'm heavier than 245. He's like, don't worry about it. We got a horse for you. They pulled out this, so they saddle everybody up, right? I'm the last guy standing, right? They pull out this fucking Clydesdale. This horse was so mad when he saw me. And I was like, dude, I'm so sorry for what's about to happen to you for the next 30 minutes. But it was everybody had a regular horse and I was like 3 feet higher than everybody. It's like giant. This horse probably worked like 1 day a month. But he was a trooper, man. I saddled up on that shit.
That's funny.
Rode through the desert. Yo.
The mic's muted.
Oh, your mic's muted.
You're calling me muted?
There it is.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
He does not own me.
Yeah, he's muted. I told him to shut the fuck up.
No, I could guess.
Now you're good. Now you're good.
You're good.
I can't find you. You put in the other fridge?
Yeah.
He makes a mean fucking White Russian. I tell you what. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Put in that one.
I miss White Russians.
I know.
You didn't have
Good
to put a
shit.
suit on for us, man.
White Russians are like skateboarding. If you used to, you never did. You know.
Yeah.
That's true. How you doing, man? Thanks so much for doing this.
Absolutely, man. Sorry about last time. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm a derelict. What can I say?
Oh, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
All good.
We're good, man. We're at Fat Mike's house right now. We're working on some new co-defendant stuff, wrapping up the second album thing. I guess it's an album. We're wrapping up music. I mean, I guess that's it. Just kind of talking about it today about, we got to finish an album. We got to do an album. Like a fucking album.
Yeah.
4 good tracks and put them out.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And we make 4 more good tracks or, 2 more, or how about make 1 really good one?
Hell yeah.
So it's a lot more, it's a lot more like relaxing way to work, I guess, where you're like making music just to make music, not to hurry up and get something out,
Well, what I think,
look at him go.
What's up, Mike?
I think this is the best shit I've ever produced.
That fucking White Russian?
No, music. I think
It's right on the blue. I can already see it.
a little costs money.
I know. Well, so do I.
Do you use milk or half and half?
Ooh, some Baileys.
More of a
Oh,
bait.
Bailey's. Yeah.
I'm like a Taco Bell type of guy, is what you're saying?
I'm used to bowling alley White Russians. It's like half and half and vodka.
Any record is our first record, and our new record. It's way better.
It's way better.
Awesome. The video is rad.
Yeah. How do you know
Yeah.
that? How would you say something like that? It's not arrogance. It's confidence.
Confidence.
Because I think
Yo, it bounced. Hey, the fucking up and stuck to the speaker because the speaker's a magnet. You know what I mean?
he landed right there.
No, hey, I just did a podcast the other day when they asked me what was the weirdest shit that ever happened. I was all, I don't know, but like when I was a kid, I found out that like the speaker. I mean, I'm a little kid, 6, 7. I found out the speakers in the back of the stereos were magnets. And so I would take them out, I would take them apart, ruin fucking speakers my mom would get. And I would stick them to the fucking old tube TVs. And it would work TV, it would turn it all rainbow and shit. My mom would come from fucking work like, what the fuck, dude? Well,
He was magnets and LSD.
that's just what happened.
That was cool.
That was cool, man.
This is the first time I'm learning that speakers are magnets. So we
Yeah.
learn something every day.
They used to ruin their 2-inch tapes by putting it in. Fleetwood Mac, the first Rumors album, was ruined because someone put it next to a big
A speaker?
Yeah.
Man. I had a buddy that had a fucking like a old school bus thing, and he put hardwood floors in it. and he put fucking there was like a a foot and a half gap underneath the hardwood floors, and he put magnets underneath it. And so he had fake speakers in the side of the wall of the bus. He'd take them out and use those magnets to pick up the fucking floorboards.
Oh wow.
Ingenuity.
Yeah, he's not with us anymore, so I can tell his secrets.
Awesome. When did you move out to Vegas? You're not from there originally, right? You're from California originally, yeah?
Area, born and raised. I moved out here with Mike and Chesky about 2.5 years ago, three, maybe 4. I don't know, man. I thought the '90s were 10 years ago. So
I know, it's crazy, right?
been out
They
this
were.
fucking guy for a minute.
4 years ago.
4 years? 4 years now? No, I guess. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, man. I've been out here. I like it. Fucking
Yeah.
Las Vegas. There's always something going on. No,
You
the
like it? You like it better than Cali?
Yeah, I mean, I like going back to Cali and visiting, but I mean, I don't miss the fucking $5.79 for gas or the, fucking
Yeah.
$1,000 for a fucking 500-foot square. It's fucking come on, dude. Yeah, I love Cali, dude. I was born there. I love it. It's, forever. My heart in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Tell you what, what's tight? You know what's tighter than Cali? No fucking sales tax.
Oh, there's no sales tax in Nevada?
And you can also fucking, 24 hours, you go get yourself a little cocktail, fruit,
Yeah.
And walk down the street with it too. Yeah.
Well, now,
So-
watch out now. That's a common misconception here. You can walk within like Fremont Street and the Strip within fucking 4 blocks with a plastic container drinking booze. If you have anything else in there, it needs to be in a brown bag. It's one of the weird states that actually has like a brown bag law, which is so
no
funny.
shit.
Because like, oh, you keep it in the brown bag, they don't know what you're drinking. It's like I never had a fucking Arizona iced tea up in a brown bag,
So as long as they can't see it, it's
No,
cool.
Yeah.
there's no Arizona iced tea in that brown bag.
Well, now Arizona iced tea is making the hard Arizona iced tea.
Oh, that's right. They are.
Yeah, Lipton's making one too.
You know what that's from, boys?
What?
That's from corn subsidiaries from the fucking farmers. So they fucking just started stockpiling all this fucking corn crop because they were getting all this money from the government. They have to do a certain yield. And they were sitting on silos and silos of this shit. And they're like, we've made all the corn syrup, all the, everything we can. We still got all this left over. Then they realized that they could turn the corn into a fucking cheap liquor. So it's almost like potato vodka or whatever. It's corn liquor. And that's what it is on all those drinks, all the White Claws, all the fucking Liptons, all that shit. It's just so, farmers of America, the true fucking heroes, can get a little more scratch.
So,
And
That's
so
right.
basically just like the government cheese thing, except
Yeah.
with alcohol. Yeah.
But it tastes way better.
Yeah.
Get fucked up.
Hell yeah. Sam, how did you originally get into punk rock? Do you remember like the first bands you heard? Like how did you have a friend or a sibling? How did you get into punk rock originally?
Originally, I don't think it was punk rock. It was more of like Slayer and
Yeah.
just because my babysitters back in the 80s would take me to like 7-Eleven to go meet his chick and his little fucking crew of derelicts, break bottles and fucking make out and shit, They'd fuck me out, shoot me with BB guns. It was fucked up. It was the 80s. This shit was tight as fuck.
Hell yeah.
But so I was always kind of like into that. But the first time I ever got into punk was I went to the Morgan Hill Public Library and I stole a CD. It was the first CD I ever stole, and it was X.
Nice.
And it had that song Los Angeles on it. And I was super young. And they dropped the N-word, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, I could get beat up. And then when I was like 10 or 11, I started skateboarding. I skateboarded for some shops and stuff. So just by proxy, being a skater, you listen to everything, like all those old 411s and even like the old Plan B videos and stuff like that. It was very eclectic,
Yeah.
I feel like my generation was the first generation not to have to be a stoner or a cowboy or a fucking, insert your archetype or whatever. We
Yeah.
listened to a bunch of different shit. I listened to like I understood that like the Cranberries were what you wanted to make out with a chick and shit.
Yeah.
You wanted to listen to fucking DRI and shit. We want to skate a pool.
Hell yeah.
They're different vibes for different situations.
Hell yeah, that's funny. One of my first shows ever was the Cranberries. That's funny you said. I was like I think I was in 8th or 9th grade, and my aunt snuck me into this club in New York City, and we saw the Cranberries at this tiny little bar. And And I remember standing outside the club afterwards, and I was standing right next to Dolores O'Riordan on the street. I was like, "This is the wildest fucking shit ever." And it was right before they blew up. So it's funny you mentioned the Cranberries. That's so funny.
Yeah, man. I was just talking to my mom over Mother's Day. I went back to California, and she took me to this thing when I was about in 8th grade called "Not So Silent Night" at the San Jose Event Center, and it was like the Cranberries, Mazzy Star, fucking,
Ooh.
Candlebox. No, there were some heaters. Hole,
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Okay.
fucking
Yes.
Gin Blossoms. It was just like one of those, like, you know, Bay Area radio station,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, little
90s
festival.
championship.
Yeah, straight up. But I was like, yo, I see some shit. I took a girl on my first date that I paid for to Great America to see Soul Asylum and Screaming Trees.
Soul Asylum.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
She was all like, she like lived in the rich part of town, but she wore like grungy ass fucked up pants. And like,
Yeah.
now that I think about it, yo, fucking Heather, you're fucking trash, dude. She was like from like the nicest part of town and like lived in like the biggest house. It was like the first time I ever saw a PlayStation or like snackables, you know?
Yeah.
And she's sitting there screaming like a runaway train. You know? And I'm like,
That's right,
dying to
runaway
roll down to
train,
her
yeah.
hips, like acting like I'm feeling the shit. Like, yeah.
Hell yeah. That was that video they had with the kids on the milk carton, the runaway
Yeah,
train.
bro. Yo,
That's
yo,
awesome.
they're starting to find out they were selling those kids on those milk cartons, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm.
Hell yeah, for sure.
Hell no, bro. Hell no.
No.
Hell yeah. What the fuck?
Well, hell yeah, they were. Not
Yo,
hell
you
yeah,
got
good.
innocent, dude. He's all hell yeah, yeah. I buy them all the time. What's up? Oh shit. This is Marcel. This is our fucking engineer. He does.
What's going on, man?
How's it going?
He kills it. He does sound for a lot of our friends. The Last Gang, Zeta, fucking. Is pretty much our backing band besides Get Dead for co-defendants, but one of them just got deported because of Trump shit. And had to
No
go back.
shit.
But yeah, he can only play European shows with us now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, man.
That's
You
tough.
seen the commercials? You seen that dumb bitch? Bro.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
See that? So you guys gotta leave now, or we're gonna get you. We're gonna send you in El Salvadorian prison. Fucking fuck
They have
that.
it, you know that they have an app that you could self-deport yourself on an app.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's like who the fuck signs up for that shit, dude?
See, that's a reality show I want to see. Is like the call center for that place.
Yeah.
You know, they're just like, oh shit, we got another dummy. Look at this.
It's like a fucking
Like, I'm pretty sure you could just move to El Segundo and fucking live a quiet life. You know, Stewart, Iowa is great this time of year.
They
That's
seriously
crazy.
have an app that you can do
yeah,
that?
DHS has an app where you could self-deport. Because if you self-deport, they could let you back in, but of course they don't. It's just like it's fucked. It's so fucked, dude.
That's what Danny did. He had to self-deport before they did their their version of deportation or whatever. And then they tried to say like, yeah, thank you for self-deporting. We give you $1,000. Just come into this office and we'll give you the money. It's like, you remember those stings that they would do back in like the early 90s? They would say you'd win Super Bowl tickets. And you'd show up and be like, yeah, you'd be all fucking drunk. One guy's got like a tall can. He's like, I fucking love the Bengals. Woo! They're just all, do you? Well, you're going to jail, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that's a dick move, dude. Fuck law enforcement.
Hell
I
yeah.
remember those.
How old are you, Sam, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 44.
Okay, so I'm a
Cinco de
little
Mayo.
older. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
81. What about you? What about you guys? When you guys born?
I'm 47. I was born in 77.
Oh, see, I'm 81, baby. See, you got
Yeah.
you got that. You got the usage out of the big wheels.
Yes.
80s
Oh,
babies
yeah.
want to claim that we got the big wheels and shit. Nah, we got them hand-me-downs with the holes in them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You,
that's right.
you 70s babies already evil Knievel those motherfuckers
hell yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's how we got them.
Yeah, we were
It's
sliding all over the street with the no tread on those fucking things. Yeah.
Straight
Oh
up.
yeah, the e-brakes on them were the best, man.
Oh, fuck, dude. That and 70s was also the death of the point the kids backwards in the car. In the
Yes.
seat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
in the station
In
wagon.
the back.
Suicide
Don't
seats,
even
yeah.
look. You guys are just gonna see this car piling into you, dude.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Hell
life.
yeah. How did co-defendants get started?
I need all these.
Fuck, I don't know. We Chesky heard me talk about him on a podcast because he asked me what kind of punk I listen to. I was like, I'm listening to rap music right now.
Yeah.
mentioned him. One of his fans added me with him. He listened to Get Dead's Dancing with a Curse, and then he hit me up being like, yo, thanks for shouting me out. I was living at Fat Mike's at the time, fucking painting his house during COVID. And Chesky
That was
ended up
still
buying-
LA, right? That was LA. That was okay.
Yeah. And I was still living in the Bay Area, but I was going through a divorce. So I was like splitting my time between LA and San Francisco and,
Mhm.
you know, wherever the fuck my truck was taking me at that point.
Yeah.
And then Chesky came out and we did Abscess. I wrote Abscess specifically to have Chesky on a Get Dead song. And me and him just ended up hitting it off, you know, and
That's cool.
he ended up not going back, and we lived together for the next year and a half and wrote the album. And then Mike fucking, you know, was like, fuck that, I want in. And we're like, no, we don't want you, bro. We don't want you,
Fuck
bro.
that guy. Yeah.
And he's like, come on, look at my dress. I'm like, we don't like your dress, bro. You know, we're like pantsuit dudes. You know, I want like a Shibboleth Shepherd. You know,
Sybil Shepherd. Fuck yeah.
I want to be as Bruce Willis. You know,
Fuck
what I mean?
yeah, moonlighting. Hell yeah, moonlighting reference,
yeah.
dude. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I mean? I told you I'm an '80s baby, bro.
Hell yeah.
Hey, the first crush I ever had was on this girl, fucking Haley, who was on All My Children, and she was a punk rock runaway.
I
my
know who
mom
you're
was like-
talking about.
My mom was a single mom, and she would come home at noon every day. And I'd be like, during the summertime, I would just be at home. She'd just leave my ass at home, like
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
macaroni and cheese and a tangerine tree out
Yep.
back. Fuck face, like good luck,
Fuck yeah.
you know. And I was in love with her, dude. That girl, you know who she ended up being? Kelly Ripa.
No shit.
Look up, like next time you get some time, look up Kelly Ripa on All My Children and look at this punk rock breezy, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know,
I
Check it out.
remember this actually. I'm 79 myself, so closer
Yes.
to you than Nirvana is. I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh,
Very
you were.
well.
I mean, I was at a young, impressionable age. But if you're a little older than me, you were at that age. You know, you're probably skipping
Yeah.
school to go watch that show. You know,
That was my play group during the day. It was the stay-at-home moms who had the play group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
dude,
Yeah.
I was at one of those play groups. And I was fucking hanging upside down on a swing set when the '89 earthquake hit the Bay Area.
Oh shit.
And I remember being upside down, being like, "Fuck, the ground really is lava. What the fuck?" And I just fell on my head. And that was it. Just chaos.
Yeah. My first crush was Linda Carter as Wonder Woman.
Oh shit!
Oh
Linda.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, who's your first crush? He's got Linda Carter from Wonder Woman. I got Kelly Ripa when she was a
Oh,
punk rock.
fuck you. You know what it is.
Who is it?
Julie Newmar.
Julie Newmar. You guys know who
Nice.
that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is it? Who is it? Because I don't. Who's Julie Newmar?
She's an actress, isn't she?
Actress, right? Yeah.
What? What'd she play?
Julie Newmar is fuck.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Catwoman on Batman.
Catwoman, that's right.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I love
original,
Dangerous
on the
Minds.
show,
Michelle
on the
Pfeiffer.
show.
Yeah, Michelle
And
Pfeiffer's fine.
fucking Emma Peel.
Emma Peel, the British actress.
Yes, another fucking Dom.
Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
gave Charlie Chaplin a hand job. You know what I mean? Like, all that. These old dusty broads.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I gotta say,
you know,
yeah, go
what's
ahead.
up?
No, I gotta say, like so I have a 21-year-old daughter. She's at the University of Kentucky, and she's like, I'm a huge punk rock fan. My
Yeah.
daughter like loves hip hop, and I was gonna say, like, the great thing about the Co-Defendants is it's kind of one of the bands that kind of brings us together, because I turned her on to you guys, and I was like, hey, you guys check out this band Co-Defendants. You know, a couple years ago, and like, so now we're both kind of Co-Defendants fans, which is cool because we have that one thing in common.
Yes.
I'm a punk rock fan. She's a hip hop fan, but we have that. So thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. And we got you know, I don't know if you ever do a deep dive on Chesky and his you know, his record label Fake Four has been fostering underground hip hop for fucking over a decade.
Fake
And it's-
Four?
Yeah, Fake Four. Because Chesky was
Okay.
only born with 9 fingers. So one of his
Okay.
hands only has
Yeah.
4 fingers, but it looks like a 5. So he calls it Fake Four.
Oh, so he was born like that.
Yeah, he's born like that and shit.
Okay, cool.
And I try to tell people he lost it in a prison riot. But
Yeah, I was wondering if he was like Yakuza or something and cut that shit
yeah,
off or
yeah,
something.
yeah. He
Yeah.
was very
Well, he is
ashamed.
now.
He was very ashamed. It was earlier on in his career, he wrote a bad song and said, "Fuck this up." You know what I mean? I will never let this finger touch another pen again, and he just yopped it off.
That's awesome.
But I mean, amazing punk rock music, which also kind of coincided with hip hop back then in the underground scene, at least for the hardcore and hip hop. There were a lot of tours going on like that, like Babelfish, Uzi Suicide, a lot of West Coast stuff. But Chesky, you know, he did this great folk album with Pat the Bunny. I don't know if you guys listen to Pat the Bunny. He ended up, I mean, he was like a heroin addict dude. He made amazing songs, and he ended up stopped playing music just because playing those songs was a lot for him. He was sober, you know, and he still is. Peace to fucking Pat the Bunny. But him and Chesky just did another album, but it's under different names. So I'm not going to say it. You got to find it. But if you check out that stuff, you'll get what I'm talking about when I say, like, there's a deep level of respect between underground punk rock music and underground hip hop music.
Yeah.
And most of the players are, you know, interchangeable throughout the scene. So I think
Yeah,
that's
I know. Like Matt and I both used to skateboard in the '90s, and when you skated in the '90s, it was either punk rock or hip hop. It was.
Yeah,
They
you
were
had big
both
cost.
super-
You had big cost headphones, and you had fucking, you know, Osiris shoes, or you had fucking. You look like fucking me. You have fucking Vans Old Schools and a fucking Slayer shirt, and you listen to fucking NoFX Ribbed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, the best fucking NoFX record.
I tell him all the time, that shit's trash.
Yeah, Mike didn't. We had Mike on the podcast. He didn't agree with me that it was the best. He said it was the most important. But
Mike, you've
been
been on this podcast. The most important Ribbed. You think Ribbed is the most important?
No, that's just when we got our sound.
They got their sound. Yeah.
I think it was the most influential album that you dropped, personally. Besides, fucking whatever Cat So Fat was on.
Punk and Drug.
Yeah. I mean, pretty influential for you having a swimming pool.
But our best reviewed record was Single L.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
yeah. I mean,
Interesting.
he paid for those reviews, but you know.
I think So Long and Flames for All the Shoes and Wolves and Self Entitled are better, but
Heavy Petting Zoo did pretty good too.
terrible reviews.
Terrible. Well, I mean, you had a dude finger banging a goat.
We're 69ing it. You know.
Yeah, so he was, but no, he was giving a little lick, and he was giving a little lick, you know, like the little. I give you if I drop my finger in this fucking fuck,
Flicking that bean. Yeah. Hell yeah.
look at that bean, dude.
Yeah.
That was my first NoFX experience, actually. 90, I think it was like February 96. They were tossing inflatable fuckable sheep into the crowd. I was like 15, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, just very inappropriate. Just very. You know, you should probably be on a list.
Yeah.
FBI investigate.
If I was to ask you what's the most memorable show you ever played, and the most memorable show you ever attended? What comes to mind? I know there's so many.
I mean, maybe just because it's the most recent, but I mean, hands down, the most memorable show that I think I've ever attended was NoFX's last show.
Yeah, I was there.
And I was fucking on acid, and I was on stage, and I was watching Smelly play what I knew was going to be the last notes, and his fucking skin was melting off of him, and he just looked like a fucking Neanderthal bones.
Yeah.
But hitting it, and then everybody came out in the chaos with the guitars and shit.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking, it was up there with them, like spiritual experiences. Yeah, man. And we just got done doing like pretty much 2 years with them on that tour, so it was it hit a little different. But I mean, that second to that, I would say would be my first show I ever went to, which was Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue at the Arco Arena in Sacramento.
Nice.
And I was so excited. I didn't couldn't sleep the night before.
Yeah.
Had my clothes all laid out and shit. My neighbor was friends with my mom, and she was going. She's a big music head. She's like the first person I ever knew to have like a 30 disc changer in her CRX.
Oh fuck.
You know, I could drive to LA and back and never hear the same song twice.
CD changer was probably bigger than the
bitch,
car.
All you do is listen to Temple of the Dog. You know,
Temple of the Dog.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
That's funny.
So
What year was that?
I walked into. So fucking Guns N' Roses only played fucking 2 songs, and then they went and they fucking went out, and then all of a sudden lights went down. They came up. They're all sitting on couches, bro, and they got fucking acoustic guitars. And they got these strippers come out with their tits out. They got pizzas. Yo, they got pizzas at Jack Daniels, man. And I'm a kid. I'm a little kid. I'm like, yo, these dudes are real. These dudes are real. Like, look at the titties. My man Axel ain't fucking around. The hardest ginger fucking known to man. You know?
Hell yeah.
Oh, hey, second hardest. Soul from Anacon or LP from Company Flow, whichever you think won that battle. Which we always talk about in interviews. You see how this happens? Anyway, so they put. I want them to do a rebattle.
I'm sorry, LP of Run the Jewels.
Oh, LP of Run the Jewels now, not Company
Oh,
Flow.
nice.
Hardest ginger alive.
Hardest ginger alive. Besides
All
Soul from Anacon. Third, Axl Rose from Indiana. Weighing in at 450. Suck my dick, Kerrang. He said Kerrang.
Your dad gets more pussy than you.
So anyway, so there it is, you know. The titties are out, the pizza's flowing. It's the greatest night of my life. And somebody hucks a fucking bottle of beer on stage and hits Duff in the fucking right on the couch, bro. Just dinks him in the face. And I remember because you could hear it in the fucking arena, the sold out arena. You just like, because it caught the mics, you know? And it was just all fucking. But you know what? I've never looked this fucking moment up because it's got to be on film somewhere, you know?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
So anyway, he gets binked and you'll see it. Well, yeah, no, it's got to be a riot broke out. A fucking full blown riot. Because Axel got up and he was like, yo, you ain't doing that to my Duffy poo. And he was, he was like, yo, fuck you fools. He's like, I'm out. He was wearing I remember he had a Charles Manson shirt on. And on the back it said, Charlie don't surf. And I was like, I didn't get that joke until I was well into my 30s.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, holy shit, Axel was on some shit, you know?
It's so funny.
But yeah.
I feel like I've seen video of that.
Yeah, he goes fucking ham bone. And a riot breaks out, cop cars are getting flipped over, and I'm just sitting there just like, yo, I'm about this rock and roll shit for sure.
That's a gnarly show, dude. That's crazy. Man.
But yeah, but I was such a little kid that it was like it was all protection. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
run catchers were like, yo, leave the little dude alone. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I was like Master Blaster, you know? I run by the town.
Who is
Master
and you might have, so is there one band that you would love to play with that you haven't played with yet for
Yes.
either Get Dead or Co-Defendants?
Yes. Tom Waits.
Tom Waits? Okay.
And Jawbreaker.
Oh, Jawbreaker. That's one of my favorites. Yeah.
I mean, I watched the fucking Lemonheads play with them,
Yeah.
and it was the worst. Hey,
Jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker deserves better.
Oh, fuck yeah, they do then. Lemonhead.
Yeah.
Lemonheads.
Fuck, dude.
When was that?
That was like last year,
LA. No, it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago in LA, and they played. You know how the Lemonheads did like the Mrs. Robinson cover or whatever?
Yeah.
He was like the whole show. He was just like, we're not gonna play it, and then they played it, but he just played it like.
You think it was the act, dude?
It was. He played it shitty and ironically, and that's the
Okay.
only song anybody knows the Lemonheads played.
Yeah.
But like, I'm upset that he was either that fucked up during that show, or he's that like fucking sarcastic and fucking quippy that he's so cool that he could do that. Fuck the Lemonheads. That was
Yeah,
fucking
fuck that.
disrespectful.
Are you saying fuck Evan Dano? You're starting this beef right here?
I'll fuck that fool up.
Hell yeah, you heard it here first. Exclusive.
Hey, that's how much I love Jawbreaker. I think that it was disrespectful. And if I was a sound guy there, I would have just turned him off. Like, yo,
Yeah.
fuck you guys. You're not even wearing shoes, asshole.
I need this for the score of our.
Check me out. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I
You got shoes.
I
Fuck
come
yeah.
for business. I'm at work. God damn it.
You got a suit on.
Yeah, we played a wedding last night and I haven't gone to sleep.
Oh shit. Co-Defendants or Get Dead?
Neither because of contract.
Because what?
We didn't play last night actually.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And if we
Is
did
that
play, we definitely did play in Las Vegas where we're going to be playing punk rock and bowling next week.
Nice.
Is Get Dead still? a
Yeah,
thing?
we're working on a new album right now. We're going out to Punksylvania in a couple weeks. We got some dates with Fear out in New York and Chicago. I think Hamtramck, Detroit. We're very much haven't gone anywhere. We're,
Yeah, you guys are playing my area
actually-
on June 22nd. You're playing Morseburgers in Catonsville, Maryland, which
yeah.
is like 10 minutes from me.
Well, perfect.
I'll
You're
be
coming
there.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're playing. We have no intention of like slowing our normal fucking operation down. Or I mean, people always think because you start another band or whatever, it's gonna, you know. Funny thing is, I was trying to get Dead to play this type of music for the past fucking 7 years, but they were like, no.
There's actually now that I'm thinking about it, a friend of mine actually set that show up, the one in Maryland that you guys are playing. Right, I think it's right after Camp Pennsylvania.
Oh, so you got a couple cute motherfuckers over here asking questions you already know the answers to, huh?
Yeah, yep. Apparently so. Yeah.
I see how it is. All right. Well, first whiskey's on you, boys. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you should. I mean, you should. If we're gonna play out there in Maryland, you guys should definitely come out.
Yeah.
Bring your daughter to the punk rock show. I know she listens to hip hop, but I mean, Get Dead's pretty much like a hip hop show. If you ask me, it's just a bunch of people talking shit and having a good time. So
Yeah, I'll be there for sure. What are you currently spinning? Like if you were to jump in your car, what are you listening to right now?
Right now, I'm listening to a lot of Nora Orez.
Okay.
And I can't be certain, but I think that her album's called Vandalist, and she's from Israel. But I think that she's, I don't know, I want to see if she's collabing with a guy from Monticello because it sounds exactly like him.
Okay.
But I think he's also Israeli that's in the band, even though it's like a very eclectic world band or whatever. But I don't know, I'm interested to find that out. Maybe you guys can figure that little mystery out for me and send it back. I guess I could Google it too, but I've been on some anti Google shit. I'd rather just talk to some people.
Yeah.
Got to figure it out. Like back in the day, like, hey, I'll meet you at the Safeway to go skateboard at 5:00. And guess what? At 5:00, if your homie wasn't there, you skated around, or you waited, or you looked, or you didn't just go like, "Where are you?" I'm 3 feet. You know. So lately, I've been trying to stay off the Chat GPT, fucking whatever, you know.
That's the coolest thing about people our age is that we're old enough to like we've lived without cell phones and we know how to fucking like talk to people and do shit, but we're also young enough to appreciate the new technology. So I always say like I think we're like the perfect generation because we've kind of
because we got both. You know what I mean?
Half and half.
I used to break into my fucking neighbor's mailbox to steal their AOL shit. You know, and before that, I was fucking breaking into my neighbor's fucking phone box on the side of their house and hooking up a fucking Goodwill phone because my mom didn't pay the bills. But best believe I'm gonna talk to my chick out in Grass Valley. Woo! Whoa!
Awesome. It's good lessons in patience to practice all that old stuff too.
You know, I mean, I think I don't think it was Chesky. Somebody was saying it last night. They were like, "Yeah, I went out camping out to the wilderness." In the jungle, I think it was like Costa Rica or some shit, or no, Hawaii.
Okay.
And they were like, "Yo, I got out to the jungle and like, I didn't know what to do." Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no phone, there's no like notification coming. You can't tell anybody that you're there. You know, there's lizards looking at you fucking sideways.
Hell yeah.
You can't say time out. You know what I mean? If something wants to come down that tree and get after it, it's gonna get after it, boy.
Hell yeah, they got those wild boars too in Hawaii and those centipedes, those poisonous centipedes.
Yeah,
I
man,
lived in
and
Hawaii
those
for a
girls
while.
are fucking mean.
They're big.
They all work at the fucking hotels, I tell you.
What's one thing that you're most proud of as you kind of reflect on everything you've done musically? What's if I could say what's one thing that you're fucking like, fuck yeah, that I did that shit. Like what comes to mind?
I mean, I think that on an equal level, it would be. Call Scott. You know what? I think the proudest thing about music for me is still doing it.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's the lesson that I try to like tell the younger, like, you know, first of all, they have bad parents for letting them ask me advice to begin with at a show.
Right.
But if they're there and they want it, I'm going to tell them, I'm going to be like, you know, yeah, there's a million bands out there today.
Yeah.
But if you fucking go to band practice and you go to the second band practice, that million bands just turned into 500,000.
Yep.
That 500,000, 6 months in, turns into fucking 3,
100%.
a year, 2 years, 3 years in. Now that million people, you're down into that cream of that crop right there. Now you're in that 1,000 band fucking thing. And it's like anything else. if you're living an honest life and you're being good to other people and blah blah blah, you're gonna have people around you that are gonna be good to you and they're gonna be honest with you and they're gonna tell you that you cannot play guitar and you should shut the fuck up. But if you have honest people around you that support what you're doing and they're like, yo, you're fucking, you're not Beethoven, but you're good, kid. You do it, and they can help you foster that. If you just stick with something long enough, you can be proud of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing that I'm proud of. It's like, actually having something that I've stuck with my friends, and we made shit that's meaningful enough to help people get out of shitty times.
Yeah.
And, we're in punk rock, there's no music here. Or not music, but there's no money here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's important.
Yeah, it's supported,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not whatever the cheesy shit like, oh, it's the journey. Because hey, I'll tell you what, you better enjoy the fucking journey, because like when you look at the poster for the punk rock festival and you're at the bottom,
Yeah.
you want to work your way to the top.
Hell yeah.
But let me tell you, when you start getting close to that top, where the fuck are you supposed to go? Your shit's almost over. You know what I mean? You got to let the next ones come fucking back up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
your main goal is just to make sure that you do it with fucking, with respect and fucking style. And, fucking thank the sound guy, clean up your green room. Don't flake on podcasts.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
And if you do, make sure that you call these motherfuckers back.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think like as far as music goes or whatever, I don't have anything. That's what I'm most proud about, is me and my friends sticking with it and making some shit.
Maybe I will
Awesome.
actually finally found.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, Codefendants is definitely making some shit, because you guys have done something right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, we just saw somebody just send us a picture of, they got our lyrics tattooed on their fucking head.
That's fucking rad.
That's
gotta make you feel good,
Yeah, no, makes me feel a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They'd be fucking sitting outside, fucking going through my trash and shit.
Yeah.
It's just weird, You think about it, and like you write these songs because you're like, to us. So what we're doing right now, we're writing songs. We're getting fucked up. We're writing songs. To us, we don't think about like it being therapeutic for other people or whatever until that kind of shit happens, and you're like, whoa, like, all right, cool, like that's better than being Jared Leto. I can fly from the top of a stadium and fucking come down and fuck any of these 16-year-old girls I want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wearing eyeliner and shit. Like, all right, cool. Everything ain't for everybody, Playboy.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather be a part of these fucking dipshits over here.
Yeah.
They don't even know what they're doing. They just walk around and just go, yeah. Yeah. Press
hear it,
play.
yeah.
Press play.
People who are into punk rock, I usually find it for a reason. Like, and there's usually something like kind of fucked up with us to begin with, to go out and search for something more than what's on the radio. And I think that when you guys keep creating, I think it's so important for people like me who are a fan. And it's just awesome that you guys are out there doing shit. And it does mean a lot. I know it means a lot to punk rock fans and even co-defendants. Like, you straddle that line, but it's still just as awesome.
Yeah, it's the pursuit of, like, how like surfers try
Yeah.
to find
That wave, that
fall
perfect
that
wave.
Of course. Like that's that crime wave, baby. You know what I mean? It's just like we want to cut as many corners as we can, but also be like the most respectful of the fucking law of the land.
Yeah.
Because there definitely is unspoken shit that you have to do, and real recognize real. You can make all the AI fucking bullshit, cool fucking Dragon Force guitar, technically all you want, but if, I mean, he doesn't like my opinion on it, but it's like Lagwagon, for instance. I don't trust anybody that's not sweating by the second song. And if you're wearing a fucking turtleneck and you're fucking singing like the dude from Bouncing Soul,
Yeah.
and like, it's like, it's not my thing. Many people got like Lagwagon lyrics tattooed on their neck. Little Joe from Lagwagon's one of my good friends. Like RKL is fucking fantastic.
Love
blah, blah.
RKL, yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
I don't. I don't know. I don't connect with it. I don't believe shit that you don't believe yourself. You know. So if you're gonna make music and you're gonna represent shit like that, like just believe it yourself before you like try to package it to other people. And that's not like saying that their shit is fake or whatever. I'm just saying, like, for instance, motherfucker wearing a sweater sings 7 songs and not a beat of sweat. You just fucking miss me, bro.
Yeah.
Kerry King says suspect.
It's the difference between talking the talk and walking the walk. 100%.
Yeah, bro. And you know what? Phil Anselmo says, "What'd you say?"
Yep.
What?
I'm 100% with you
rest
on
in
this.
peace. Yeah, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to that shit too. It was like, oh man, I've gotten so many high school fights listening to that shit. Like going to the fucking skate park ready to fucking throw down.
Yep.
Yep.
And then like now that I'm older, I'm just like, man, why's fucking it's just a wackus when fucking cool shit goes racist, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's not cool,
Yeah.
you know? And that's coming from my caucastic ass.
Yeah.
You know, I should be like,
Yeah.
you know? But I don't know, I can't get behind it. So,
Yeah. I'm going to ask you these 4 questions that we ask everybody on the show, and these are not necessarily music related, but they're just 4. Okay. If you were on death row, what would your final meal be?
whatever my other fucking label mates are eating, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, you know? Yeah. Probably something vegan, you know what I mean? It's probably something nice.
Are you
Probably
vegan?
like some swordfish.
Are you vegan?
Am I vegan?
Yeah.
I'm vegan when I go on tour with Chesky.
Okay.
But he's vegetarian.
Okay.
Yeah, but and then Get Dead, they're Mikey's vegan, so we're vegan when I'm with them. So
Okay.
What's
when I'm home, it's all fucking cheeseburgers and yeah, Zeta, who always tours, they're vegan. I mean, it's just easier to eat vegan. I have nothing against vegan food,
Right.
but just much like my criminality, I'm a man of opportunity.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna eat when I can. I got a weird thing with food. I'm not a big fucking like foodie or I just eat like I'm in fucking jail. Like,
Gotcha.
get the shit in there, fuck on. You know?
Yeah. You just need somebody to give you one of those trays.
So your final meal, you're about to go to the gallows. You have one final meal. Anything you fucking want.
Taco Bell
Taco Bell. There you go.
I like that answer.
with a fucking bullet.
Nice.
Like I don't want no fucking uppity Taco Bell either, dude. I want you to wrap my burrito all fucked up. I want it to hit my shirt.
Hell yeah.
You know?
All right. Second question is, what is your favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Fuck yeah.
Boom. It's a man who knows what cereal he wants. I like it.
Fucking every time, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's my favorite question ever. Is asking people.
Second up to that would be Fruity Pebbles.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
Fruity Pebbles. Hell yeah. That's my shit. That's my jam. Fuck
And
yeah.
then, and then if you go, and then fucking third in line, just because it's a comfort food, I would say Honey Nut Cheerios.
All right. That's a good one
Oh.
too. Hell
With
yeah.
a
We never had
spoonful of
Honey Nut.
sugar, though. You got to hit it with a spoonful of sugar, though. They ain't
There you
sweet
go.
enough.
So you're going to add sugar to the
Sweet
Honey Nut
enough.
Cheerios.
That real 80s shit, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
3 scoops of sugar on your Fruit Loops. You're like, what's that? I don't think He-Man's game. No.
No, it was the Prince.
Hell
Boys
yeah.
and Friends, hey, he had a little sugar in his gas tank. That's for sure.
Hell yeah.
Those going back to the big wheels too, the He-Man big wheels. Did you ever have one of those?
Dude, yeah, bro. Dude, they have to remember the fucking we were talking about this yesterday. The He-Man dude that would take damage to his chest.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it would
Yeah, you
spin
hit it,
around.
it
It
would
would
flip.
Yeah, he
spin.
had like 3 hits. You know,
Yeah.
what? Yo, I mean, fuck, dude.
Hell yeah.
Mattel was doing the damn thing back then.
Hell yeah. I had a Knight Rider big wheel. That's what I had growing up.
Yo, you know what I had?
What?
Knight Rider Big Wheel was fucking off the hook.
Yeah, it was.
You guys remember the show Mask, the cartoon?
Oh yeah, I had the
We used to
toys,
have the
man.
Mask toys and shit. Like,
Yeah, I had them. I remember exactly what. I know
Remember that?
exactly what
Nobody
you're talking
ever
about. Hell
remembers
yeah.
dude, that
They
was
had the
fucking
Camaro
shit.
with the doors that came up.
Doors
and it
with the
turned into
missiles?
jet. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. I had
That's
those
awesome.
toys.
that video game Narc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That or whenever that one fucking Ninja game was, where they would like turn into a robot after you got hit a couple times. Your arm would fall off. It wasn't Ninja Gaiden. It was on the Neo Geo fucking platform.
Oh,
And, like,
yeah.
you know, it was next to the Afterburner at the Safeway when they used to have video games. Grocery store.
Yeah. The afterburner that you could sit inside of.
Fuck yeah, bro. How sick
Yeah.
was the Star Wars first sit down though?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're all flat, kid. Red 9 standing by. You're all clear, kid.
Oh yeah.
I remember that one. That one was
That's
pretty
awesome.
rad too.
Oh man, that was the fucking best.
Hell yeah.
Or one more nostalgic thing. The Wizard with Fred Savage.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Fuck
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
That
When
was
they
a great
first released
movie.
the Power Glove.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
And then
get
we
your
all went out.
goddamn
And,
Power Glove off of my girl.
yeah. And then we all went out and bought the Power Glove, and it was not as cool as it was in the movie.
Fuck no,
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was like that one Nintendo thing that just like picked the shit up and moved it.
Yeah, that's it. And that was like it.
Like what the fuck was that?
The robot.
You know what I
That
mean?
was-
Like,
yeah.
oh, look at it. It's working like a fucking 7-inch record player from 1930. Oh, you guys are tech, bro.
That-
Then
I
they
think
tried to
that-
fucking bamboozle us with that zapper gun and the Captain Planet bullshit.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right, next one. Let's go.
All right. Next question. Third question is, all right, and they actually do this now in real life. If you die and you decide to be cremated, they could take your ashes and turn it into a vinyl record of your choice. So if Sam King was going to have his ashes eternalized in an album, it has to be one that exists. Which would you pick? What album would you pick to have your ashes eternalized as a vinyl record?
Charles Mingus Among Us.
Mingus Among Us.
Is it? That's another first.
Nice.
Charles fucking Mingus Among Us. The most fucking ill bass lines of all time, and also one of the I equate that album to the Shawshank Redemption
Hell yeah.
as
Great
far
movie.
as like best hangover albums of all time. Sean,
Nice.
let me ask you boys this.
Yeah.
If you had to be on a fucking stranded island with the worst hangover of your life, what movie are you watching?
Ooh.
Ooh, what movie? Shit.
Um.
Something that's gonna make me laugh. Probably like Grandma's Boy
But you
or
also,
something.
but you also you got to go to sleep. You know, you want to pass the fuck back out. That's why I
My-
picked Shawshank, because you can go to sleep and you can wake up and you
It's
know
so
what's
long.
going on. Go back
Yeah.
to sleep. It's 3.5 hours long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great
yeah.
flick.
Yeah.
I would say The Exorcist because that's my favorite movie of all time.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's
Yeah.
but that DVD menu is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You wake up to that. You wake up to that and you're already on a desert island. Might take a coconut and just fucking open it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True.
You know?
True. All right. Last question. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of punk rock? And you get 5 people because you get a Crazy Horse. So 5 people, your Mount Rushmore of punk rock. One of mine is in the room with you,
Okay.
Mr. Fat Mike. But who is on your Mount Rushmore of punk rock? 5 people.
We're gonna go with Iggy Pop.
Cool.
We're gonna go with the singer from MC5. We're gonna
Okay.
go with, punk rock. We're gonna go with We're gonna go with the singer from the Spits.
Okay.
Ah, great band.
We're gonna go with the singer from the Screamers,
Okay.
Sam.
and we're gonna go.
That's like just you can say.
And Fat Mike.
Okay. I was gonna say, what about
Yeah,
that guy in
good.
front of you? All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Definitely not the guy from Bad Religion, and I hate that.
All right. Cool. Awesome.
I think the guy from Bad Religion is the worst fucking singer of all time.
See, I kind of
Said
think that way about the
said
singer for
ever,
Bouncing Souls.
except the guy that doesn't want to hear some dude that got a fucking a bachelor's degree in fucking communications.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He sounds like he went to Heald College,
Yeah.
UCLA. I don't like SoCal either. You know what I mean?
It's
Awesome.
funny
No,
that
hey, you know who lived in SoCal? P. Diddy. That's all I'm saying.
Is he there now? No, he's out of the country, isn't he? Is he hiding?
No, P Diddy is in fucking federal prison, my friend. They just did another fucking round of testimony on him yesterday or the day before, and it is not looking good for old boy. Oh,
Yeah.
look at you, God.
There's a
You know.
there's a bunch of people coming out now talking about how he might be linked to some crazy shit like Israel and stuff.
Linked
like
to some
that.
crazy shit. His ex-wife just said that he would hire fucking male escorts that would
Yeah.
fuck her and then come on her, and then she would have to like walk, like do the limbo walk over to a room that he was in and put the semen on his nipples where he rubbed it in.
Are
This
you
is real
serious?
shit. Yeah, bro. They had fucking Kim Kardashian fucked fucking Justin Bieber when he was underage, and then
Holy
they showed
shit.
this. Then they showed this whole thing where she was on like a press tour of like Ellen and Jimmy Kimmel and all this shit, and they were like putting it into the fucking, the normal questions they ask people.
Damn.
And she's like, "Oh, Justin, I got such a crush on him." Yeah, we have fucking audio and video of her fucking Justin Bieber when he was a fucking child.
Damn.
So that's why he looks. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's fucked up, bro. All jokes aside, it's
Yeah.
fucking foul.
It
know,
is fucking foul. It's fucked up.
I mean,
and ugh,
just a fucking ugh.
yeah.
That's gnarly. Yeah.
And it's even more gnarly that like I don't think that it should just be Diddy accountable. It should be his fucking manager. It should be the people that fucking were around him.
Oh
that
yeah.
fix anybody. Everybody burns. Everybody fucking burns.
All those motherfuckers are into the same shit. If they were with him, they know what's fucking going on. So
They
yeah.
know what time it is, and you know what? Hey, you could have seen it once, and then you could have fucking gone home from work and never came back.
Yeah. Yeah. It
You
takes
know?
more than one
That-
person to do all that shit. Yeah.
Oh, Diddy's too busy getting fucking semen rubbed on his nipples, bro, for him to be out there fucking contracting people to get them fucking flown in, and
Hell
it's
yeah.
like that weird Epstein shit.
Totally.
So
yeah.
what the fuck, bro? What
Smart,
the
yeah.
fuck, bro?
It's crazy.
But I follow all these Instagram accounts that bring hope to a world like this. There's the
Yeah.
Alaskan Avenger, and he's this dude that got molested when he was a kid. He
Mhm.
grew up and he murked these fools. He got these fucking pederasses.
Oh,
And
nice.
now he's out of jail. He got an Instagram account. He's doing great.
Nice.
He's just out there just calling motherfuckers out. So I mean, with as much bad shit that comes with being able to exchange information and order things and do all this fucking nefarious shit, there's also like the flip side where like, savages can fucking communicate with each other and come fuck these fools up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm not condoning violence in any which way, but if you diddling little kids, you probably should get a boot to your mouth.
Yeah. Agreed.
Nah,
100%.
I think you can take the probably out of that equation and just say
Yeah.
they deserve it.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Look at this fool lives on a golf course. What a piece of shit. He's the only person that I know that lives in a gated community, but within his gated community, there's 2 more gated communities. You know what I mean? And he's on the you know what I mean? He's in the
That's
first
a-
gate. He's in the
That's
first
where
gate.
the HOA, the board lives.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean HOA secondary gate, and then like the real rich people are in like the 3rd gate.
Yeah.
Those are the fools that got like those Escalades out front with some dude in a suit
Yeah.
you know?
Totally. Yeah.
that's not fucking smiling like me with a beer. He's just like watching fucking poodles all night. Look at they're the richest neighborhood ever. They got the most fucked up band.
That's like a child molester van from the 90s.
Radio. Yeah, hey, this podcast got jokes, so it looks like a child molester band from the 90s. Hey, look, but my truck and their van coordinate. You know. what I
There you
mean?
go. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
That's it.
Awesome. Sam, thanks so much for doing this, dude.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. I really do apologize for last time. I just got my shit
Oh,
crossed.
it's all good. It's all good,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, seriously, it's all
You-
good.
Fuck yeah. You guys coming out to Punk Rock Bowling?
Not this year, but maybe next year.
All right. Well, you let us know because we're still gonna be here. I'm about to buy a house out here, so
Awesome. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah. And I'll see you at Morseburgers on the 22nd of June.
fuck yeah, you will. Let's drink some fucking twisted teas. Let's get some
Hell
corn
yeah.
syrup.
You're actually some friends of yours out there are actually longtime friends of mine, or at least one, Eric and Jesse.
Oh
Or-
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eric
Taff.
and
I don't know what
Jesse.
you guys call them out there, but
Yeah.
Tough and I go way back.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum, bro. You already know.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about fucking West.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, yeah.
You talking,
Yep.
you talking about my boy, bro?
Yeah, and
That's
Jesse
Yes,
Jesse
yeah.
Lee,
no
who's in the
face,
video.
no face, no case, dude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that,
yeah.
That's that Pittsburgh bad boy, dude.
Tef and I go back like 20 years, man. We've been friends
Dude,
a
he's
long
he's
time.
one of my favorite people. I'm one of the first people he met when he moved to Las Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And so he was like, "Yo, I met Jesse Lee." I was like, "Oh shit," because Jesse knew Mike in Hollywood, and Jesse used to cut our hair at Mike's house.
Nice.
So I've known Jesse for a fucking minute, and this dude's just fucking awesome. I just went and painted their house right before my last tour.
Awesome. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fucking
that-
rad. Yeah.
We were
man.
texting
And he-
the other night. He actually told me you've just painted his living room.
Yeah, bro. No, hey, he's nominated right now.
I know, dude. I voted
Yeah.
for him.
Oh yeah.
I got
It's hard to
Gotta
because
show
you're like, oh,
my
I don't
boy.
want to click that link. Like,
Yeah.
there's definitely a fucking scamming thing, and they're just like, oh no, but it's fucked up because like sometimes you'll be driving, and your friends will like pop on the radio. You're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, that's crazy. My friend's on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel on Pornhub sometimes.
Yep.
Because I'm like, oh, you way to fuck it up, guys.
Hell yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I
You're like
Wait-
mid. You're like
Way to fuck up my vibe. You know?
yeah. You're like midway throwing a beat, and all of a sudden
House,
he
it looks
pops
like a
up. It's like
prison
God
break.
damn. Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
come
man,
when you're
but yeah.
looking at his dick. Yeah, totally.
I mean, and when his dick game runs out, that guy's a fucking phenomenal producer and rapper, and
Yep.
Jesse Lee is just an amazing person all around. I love those people, man. They're
Yeah,
good
they're
people.
rad.
Yeah, Tef's a good
Besides,
dude.
they live in a world of standing porn, debauchery, fucking idle hands play with the devil's dick. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go, fellas.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, dude.
All right, thank you guys so much, man. I'll see
Yeah,
you
of
guys
course.
next time.
All right.
I'll see you guys when we get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Later.
Maryland.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see you in Maryland.
Yay!
How do I do this shit? I can still hear you. So where do I have to press? Close.